weekend. I just booked our flights. Let's go see a show in Mexico, yeah. Laugh and dance all night. We should fly right over the sea. Take my hand to another land, girl, just you and me. Breakfast here and dinner there, we flow with the breeze. We can do this anywhere, name a place you wanna see, yeah. Few days in Tokyo, weekend in Spain. Out there in Ibiza, chillin' all day with your feet up. Don't matter where we go, always stays the same. I got you and you got me, girl. That'll never change. That'll never change. We should ride a bike round Amsterdam. Feel the breeze taking the sights. Hand in hand through the streets of Paris, girl. Having fun by candlelight. Maybe we could take the train to London. I've got some real good friends out there. Maybe we could check out Strasbourg and Barcelona. Our love can take us anywhere. We should fly right over the sea. Take my hand to another land, girl, just you and me. Breakfast here and dinner there, we flow with the breeze. We can do this anywhere, name a place you wanna see, yeah. Few days in Tokyo, weekend in Spain. Out there in Ibiza, chillin' all day with your feet up. Don't matter where we go, always stays the same. I got you and you got me, girl. That'll never change. Few days in Tokyo, weekend in Spain. Out there in Ibiza, chillin' all day with your feet up. Don't matter where we go, always stays the same. I got you and you got me, girl. That'll never change. That'll never change. That'll never change. From the first moment I saw you, I knew I had to make you mine. Wanted to know everything about you. I didn't want to waste no time. What's something I can do for you, darling, that would make you smile? I'll bring you flowers, girl, enough to see for miles. Something's changed, baby, this I know. Summer rains turn to winter snow, but I promise you for sure, girl, my love is always yours. Something's changed, baby, this I know. Summer rains turn to winter snow, but I promise you for sure, girl, my love is always yours. I love your style, and I love your grace. Said I love to put a smile on your pretty little face. I love it when you're close to me. That's where I want you to always be. I didn't know when my eye. That girl, you've got me hypnotized. Something's changed, baby, this I know. Summer rains turn to winter snow, but I promise you for sure, girl, my love is always yours. Something's changed, baby, this I know. Summer rains turn to winter snow, but I promise you for sure, girl, my love is always yours. Something's changed, baby, this I know. Summer rains turn to winter snow, but I promise you for sure, girl, my love is always yours. Something's changed, baby, this I know. Summer rains turn to winter snow, but I promise you for sure, girl, my love is always yours.
What's going on, everybody? Another day. We're podcasters. Will we all become one? You know, I was seeing that, and it may be a joke, but I think no. I don't think most of us will become podcasters. And the reason is because I believe that the more podcasters there is, the more people will drop out. I was watching a very interesting video from Ludwig, and he brought up an interesting statistic. And I love statistics because I don't really like saying, well, a lot of people. He was talking about how 92% of people will stream today and not stream tomorrow. Or stream ever again, pretty much. I think that's the way podcasting is going to go. I think because everybody won't become a podcaster because you're only going to do it if you're pretty much successful. The only people who will survive, think about that Drake song. Only true music will survive. All that other ish is gone today and gone tomorrow. For people, it's only the people who are passionate about it who are going to stick around. And so, and whoever that is, you don't know. Hold on, I think my camera's messing up. You don't know who it's going to be. You don't know who's going to make it and who's not going to make it. And even as I am streaming, right? Sorry, this camera's bothering me the heck out of me. Even as I sit here and stream myself, I could never stream again tomorrow. You know, I've walked away, came back, and did all the extra stuff. And it takes a lot of mental out of you to do it. So I don't think everybody would become a podcaster because it'll be almost impossible to keep it up. Because there's only so many things you can talk about. It does have to be somewhat. It does have to be somewhat not just off the cuffs. Like I do think that podcasts today, some people get really vulgar, they cuss a lot and all that kind of stuff. And I think it's best to try to restrain yourself from just being completely open, because then from what I've learned when I've done these videos, and I've really screwed up in a lot, from what I've learned when I used to do this a lot more, is that I started to derail into a place where I just fell completely apart, right? It got so bad that I ended up deleting every video I ever made, right? And it's because I was getting too vulnerable. I was saying everything sorry, my hat is bothering me too. I needed to be straight. It kept bothering me. I kept divulging every single thing about myself, from all the good things that are happening to all the bad things that were happening. I would get on here and not necessarily cry, but I would get on here, have a little bit of drinky drink, and then just get a little liquid courage. And what that ended up doing is turning podcasting or turning streaming into a diary. And that's very dangerous to do. And when you do that, you end up derailing yourself into talking about things you normally shouldn't have. And there's things that can get very inappropriate. I didn't never necessarily cross this line, but I just got too personal. But when you bring somebody else on who kind of has that same mindset, like, we're just going to go off the riff, we're just going to smoke a bone and just go right into it, or just go ahead and take a couple drinks, take a couple shots, and just talk about whatever. What you end up doing is falling into the traps of talking about somebody else's spouse. You start talking about things you did in college. You start talking about things that people really don't need to know. But you think that it's going to make for good content if you talk about how many guys ran through you, or how many girls you ran through, right? Or that one time with Billy. You know, you don't want to get out there and start doing that, because at the end of the day, as much as we, and I say we very, 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 very lightly, because I'm not included in this, because I'm not somebody who has a following. But we, as the people who make these content, it is very, very easy to act like these people who watch us are our friends. You know, I was watching Swoozy the other day. I felt like I was watching somebody the other day at all times. But I was watching Swoozy the other day, and I was listening to one thing he used to always do in his videos. And he used to always, at the very end of his videos, say, like, you know, we're friends. So I'm telling you this because we're friends. Hey, tell me what you would do if you were in my position. Put it in the comment section down below. And I think that's, I get the gist. I get saying, hey, we're a family, guys, but at the end of the day, we're really not. And I think that it's a good thing to cut off that parasocial relationship. I talked about this with Etika, and I'll try my best to make that video go up a little bit more. But when I was talking about Etika, it's the same parasocial tragedy that can happen. You get so caught up in saying that these people are your friends, you really feel like you can talk to them. We are not friends. Okay? Not everybody needs to know everything about you. It doesn't matter if you made it public. If you were in a relationship and it was super public and y'all break up, you don't. Nobody has to listen to you. Nobody deserves to listen to what happened between you guys. That is their private matter, the person you broke up with, and it is your private matter, regardless if it was public. We got to understand that some of this stuff is just for entertainment. If you bring a girlfriend on and she's just there to be entertaining, that's it. If it doesn't work out, I don't need to tell you that, oh man, she was this and he was that, and the reason we didn't work out is because she wanted a baby and we don't have to do that. Our relationship is secret. Our friendship you saw publicly, but we weren't all of each. We weren't doing stuff on this camera that you will be seeing otherwise. So some things you do keep in the bedroom. Y'all's relationship, if it doesn't work out, you just squash it there. You don't owe the audience anything. And that's a hard lesson I've had to learn. It seems like anytime I had a failure or anytime I have anything go wrong, I feel like I gotta tell you because I don't want anybody thinking that I'm successful, and I'm truly not. Hey, how's it going? Hope you're having a wonderful day. But one of the issues is I don't ever want to get caught up in. I don't want to get caught up. I got caught up in thinking that if something is bad, I should tell the audience because they deserve to know. And they really don't. That's just the truth. And so I think our job for content creators is to be entertaining, but that's it. But I say all that to say this. I do not think most people will become podcasters. First of all, statistically, if that was true, most people wouldn't have jobs. It's just impossible to be a successful podcaster and also have a job. So I don't believe most people would do that. I'm a pretty I can only watch so many people a day. But as far as people I know and the people I talk to, I don't know a single person who does a podcast. Except for my older brother. But outside of that, nobody else I know does a podcast. And I don't even see why you would want to start one. Unless your goal really is money, I don't know why you would start one unless you were just passionate about something. And it's just very hard to do that. Like even me, I work a 9 to 5. Like it's not like burning inside me to be like, I gotta talk about it. And I'm telling you, man, most people just aren't that way. Statistically speaking, most people just aren't into putting themselves on a camera. Okay? And it's cool. I don't like doing it as much as well anyway. Anyway, that's pretty much my gist on it. I don't think most people will become podcasters, and that's pretty much it. So, another thing I wanted to talk about was this influencer. Let me set this up. Shout out to OBS, man. I used to use Streamlabs. Nah. OBS is what I started with. I started with Streamlabs, and then I found out what they were doing. Then I came to OBS. I went back to Streamlabs. OBS is free. You can pretty much don't spend a dime if you ain't got to. Streamlabs will suck every dime out of you. Every dime. Every dime. All right, hold on. Let me get this set up real quick. Gotta get used to it again. That song was hot, wasn't it? I thought it was. All right, so over here, we're going to do some more reading instead of always just watching videos. I understand that we need that, but you came to watch my beautiful face, and I like to read sometimes. Not all the time, obviously. All right, let's go ahead and look at this. So, influencer, you can't see it behind my big old head, but I'll read it for you. Influencer accused, actually, I just remember myself. Let me just give me a second here. Save for later. Influencer accused of causing crash after walking onto the road while filming content. I would show the video, but I'm pretty sure I would get flagged for violence. But pretty much what happens is this young lady here is standing on the sidewalk. Standing! You know what? The easiest way to show this is by art. Y'all know I'm an artist at heart, so let me go ahead and get my handy dandy notebook out. And we're going to show you. Matter of fact, the way I have to do this is so whack. Like, I can't show it at the window. I actually have to display my whole window over here. I don't like it. Let me fix this. Do 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 boo 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 boo. Come on. Oh, I'm on window. Oops. There we go. Let me check one thing here. All right. All right. So let's bring out the handy dandy notebook. Okay, so this is what happened, guys. So a young lady walks out. Let me see if y'all can see my mouse about right there. This young lady's chilling over here on the sidewalk, right? Sidewalk. Okay. Here's the other guy driving. Okay. He's driving on his brand new bike he just bought. Right. There's the wheels. You get the jets, okay? Handlebar, another wheel here. He's driving, right? What is this? This looks like a dog. Hold on a second. Hold on. 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 Why did you go to pencil? All right. So anyway, he's on here, right? I don't know why it went to pencil, but he's on his bike. He's riding. He's having a good day. Everything's good, right? This young lady over here is filming, right? And she decides to walk out in front of this guy while he's going pretty fast, of a quick speed, right? Whether he's doing a speed limit, it doesn't really matter. You shouldn't step out onto the road like this. So she steps out to the road and then, bam, smacks her. She breaks her facial bone, whatever that's called, okay? Orbital, I don't know. I'm not a doctor, okay? But she breaks her orbital bone, and that is what leads us to this story, okay? Let's get back to that story. Influencer Ortiz has faced backlash after footage showed her walking onto a road while filming content moments before being struck by a motorcyclist. The Dominican content creator, who has more than 65,000 followers, was recording on the Malazon in Dominican Republic when the collision occurred in late July. Video shared by Ortiz shows her appearing focused on the camera as she steps onto the road, like I told you. Seconds later, a motorcycle crashes into her and sends both her and the rider to the ground. And then she made something talking about on her Instagram where she actually shows the video. She talks about, people shouldn't be out here driving too fast. Look, baby. Just like we've been seeing what happened with distracted driving, thank goodness they're finally starting to crack down on this texting and driving. Baby, look. I think and you know what? I'm not going to kill her because maybe she just made a mistake and just stepped out onto the road before she realized what was going on. Either that or she expected the guy to stop. But here's the problem. You can't just think about yourself when you're stepping out into the road. You got to think about everybody. So if you need to think, if I step out to this road and he's not paying attention, what happens to me? I try to do that when I'm driving because I've been the idiot. I've been the one that somebody curses at. I've got honked at. I've made some stupid mistakes on the road because I'm not paying attention. Thank God they were. So even when I am focused and driving, I got to think, is he paying attention? Because he's not paying attention, baby, he might run into me. And I had this happen the other day where somebody just swerved right in front of me for some odd reason, just weren't looking up. It happens. So I don't blame her for being an influencer or anything like that. My issue with her is her taking this thing against the driver and saying something about him having excess speed. If you weren't so focused on the camera and been paying attention, you wouldn't have got hit. Do not expect other people not to hit you. You should always be very, very aware of your surroundings. Aware of your surroundings. So I just thought I'll talk about that right quick because these influencers have so much power today. So much power today. It is insane. We just watched a thing called Streamer Games. They're about to have a streamer prom. And I want to say this off the cuff, and I'm going to say this while in this video. I was wrong. I told myself that I never thought that streaming would get this big. I thought streaming was going to hit a ceiling. And I thought it was going to hit it by now. And I know people don't like streaming university. I don't either. I think it's not a great concept, but apparently colleges are taking it seriously. Now, do I think this means that most people will be streamers? No. I still think the number will stand the same. Just like when YouTube got really big and content creation itself got big, we thought everybody would want to become a YouTuber. The numbers just don't bear that out. Yes, there's a lot of videos made every day, but that doesn't mean that there's that many people posting every day and it's the same individual. It just means there's a video going up on YouTube every day. A lot of that's going to be people who post multiple times a day. There's plenty of people on the platform that post 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12, 15 videos a day. So when YouTube says that it's posting all these videos today, a lot of it's because the people are posting so many shorts. I talked about a guy who was posting 11 videos a day. There are people who post somewhere between 20 and 30 videos a day. So it's not that everybody is posting. It's just a lot of people. It's just there's certain people who may flood YouTube with their own videos. Okay. There's some guy on YouTube right now who has over 1 million videos. Okay. Why does it keep saying it's unstable, bruh? It's crazy. Oh, whatever, Twitch. Anyway, so that's just my belief. I think that there's just so much power in influencing, but I also think that streaming is getting a lot bigger than I thought. I do think that bubble is gonna burst one day, and we'll go back to the big dogs will be the big dogs, and just like YouTubers, there'll be us that come in and say hello. And maybe we make it, maybe we don't, or we just disappear to oblivion, which is a 99% chance that it's going to happen. And I'm not saying that as a cliche. 99% of us probably will never make it, but it's okay. Have fun with it, baby. It ain't that serious. It ain't that serious at the end of the day, baby. At the end of the day, just have fun. Just post silly little videos. And I know some people are business people. If you want to take it that damn serious, then take it that serious. But at the end of the day, don't take yourself too serious. If you got 1,000 followers, it's cool. If you got 1, it's cool. If you got 1 million, even better. But one day you could fall off. It is cool, baby. Just have fun too. The first thing you should do, man, and this is something I've messed up on. You're going to see me do this motion a lot. One thing I messed up on is not having fun. I was having so much fun when I used to make videos, and then I got caught up in money, and I completely spiraled mentally, okay? Have fun. Baby, life is the most serious thing you're ever going to do. Might as well have some fun, too. Okay? All right, on to the next thing I wanted to talk about. This Little Caesar stuff. I'm sure you guys have seen it. If you haven't, I'm going to show it to you. Shout out to OBS, man. Shout out to OBS. I know I keep saying that, but Streamlabs used to, whenever you go into studio mode, if you go into studio mode, it would just take you to that. Like if you would click something, it would take you right to what you were trying to show to people. So that's what I'm going to do. Not going to play too much of it. You'll get the jits. But here we go. Woo-doo-boo, boo-doo-boo, boo-boo.
Grotesque footage from a Little Caesars kitchen has customers sick after a worker leaked how the pizza sauce is really made. A plastic bag of tomato wrung into tap water, then beaten into a brown paste nobody can identify.
I want to know who was shocked by that. Like, who watched that video and went, oh my gosh. Like, we knew. What you talking about, brother? We talking about a pizza chain that started off with $5 pizzas, okay? When every other chain was always double digits, and we thought that they were using Whole Foods level of ingredients, Erewhon ingredients. No,
You get the gist, but to a degree, he's absolutely correct. I mean, I think that every time I give into another McDonald's burger, I know I'm not eating the best food of all time. Most of the processed food we eat is trash. Absolute trash. Go watch all the videos. Go watch how potato chips are made. Baby, that ain't no potato. That's sludge. That's just sludge. And a lot of stuff is just made out of sludge with seasoning in there. Or not seasoning, flavoring in there. It's the same. Hey, look, don't come at me. Don't come at me. I like my meat like everybody else does. Pause. But it's the same thing when I hear people say, like, I can understand people who are like, you know what, I'm just gonna go whole food, nothing, no meat. Nah, I'm just gonna go all whole food, all whole veggies or all whole fruit. Okay, I get it because it's like meat only tastes good when you got the right seasoning in it. I've had plenty. I'm not even gonna say what I was about to say because that was about to sound crazy. But there's a lot of meat out there that if you don't put enough seasoning on it, it tastes like butt cheeks. Because meat itself does not taste that great. It's not like, man, I can just taste what do you call it? Oh my God, I can just taste the proteins in here. I can taste every atom of flavor because baby, cows aren't naturally flavored. If you may not have noticed, if you were to walk onto a farm and do something to a cow and that cow ends up passing away and you just started eating it, baby, it's not going to taste good. It's not. It's going to taste like meat, which don't taste good. Just tastes like, especially if you're eating a cow like that, you'd be eating out of blood. But outside of that, if you're eating it and it's already been drained, it's still nasty. So listen, that is what processed food is here for. It is here to give us all types of flavoring that you just can't stop. Pringles is falling off, so you can stop at Pringles. But just other kind of stuff like chips, man, even down to sushi, all the way to cheese is the big one, bacon, all this stuff comes with so many flavorings, and we're really just eating a bunch of sludge. So no, is it crazy that Little Caesars is making their pizza with God knows what? No, because processed food within itself is not something we probably should be eating, and it's good for our health. Look how fat we all are. You know what I'm saying? I'm part of the problem. Because, baby, sometimes I like to have a little bit of processed food. I do. I just do. But I try my best. I'm trying my best. Not good enough. Takes a while to get away from that addiction of drugs. And apparently a lot of people struggle with it. Okay, it's the one drug that I think most people, at least in this country, struggle with. Unlike any other drug that we've ever had in society, whether it's from that cocaine, some of them green leaves, you know what I'm saying? Some of that blue crystal, huh? Some of that Lucy in the Sky with diamonds. All of that fails in comparison to food because it's obviously socially acceptable. Okay, it's something you can do by yourself, just like going to a naughty website. Those two things, processed food and naughty websites, they go together like peanut butter and jelly. Okay, peanut butter and jelly. And I don't know if those flavors actually go good together or if we're just taught that they go good together. So we assume they go good together. So we just eat them as if they go good together. I mean, I'm pretty sure you can put peanut butter with a lot of stuff and it tastes just fine. But anyway, I digress. I'm not surprised what Little Caesars is doing. I don't care what Little Caesars is doing. Is there going to come a day I'm going to probably buy Little Caesars and hate myself? No. Because I'm going to eat it and I'm going to love myself all the way through it. The next day I might be like, damn, I just ate purple. I just ate brown booty water. Because that's what that looks like. And it is what it is, man. That's what processed food always is. It's not going to stop nobody. It'll stop some people. Some people like, and people who are already on the fence and they're probably either coming off the process train or they're not really on the process train to begin with. Only those are people who are going to be like, I gotta move. People who are deep down in the ocean, at the ocean's bottom, that may get them to come up a little bit. They still gonna eat it, come up, eat it, come up, eat it, come up, and it's gonna be a process of about 5 years, and then finally they get away from Little Caesars. But showing people this, they're not gonna give an ish. We saw the stuff from McDonald's years ago, and they didn't fall off. So anyway, shout out to Little Caesars though. Processed food is killing us all. I know I sound like a hippie, but hey, baby, it's just the truth. All right, man. So my shows will get longer over time. I'm just not as good at them as I used to be. So right now I'm only doing about an hour. It's gonna take me some time. It's just like practicing football, practicing basketball. You gotta get your stamina up, baby. I gotta get my stamina back up because I gotta have videos and other stuff ready to go. But I also don't want to go back to what I used to do, which is just reacting to videos, which I never really reacted. I only commentated on videos. But I want to establish myself first before we get into, hey, let's just watch Trey watch something. I gotta create a personality just a tad bit. But who knows what will happen? This is gonna be a day by day. I have nothing set. But I hope you guys are loving my drawings because I know those are hot. And that's one thing I'm also going to keep trying to implement is these drawings, stuff like that. So anyway, I'm out of here. Short show today. Like I said, I don't have a following yet, so it's good. We can just keep pushing day by day by day. Day by day by day. Shout out to the one viewer today. Glad you came by, brother or sister. And everybody else, for YouTube, nobody came in, so it's all good. So, all peace.